Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel. In today's video, I am working with the Spellbinders Glimmer hot foil system. I know I'm a little late to the game, but I like to leave a period of time where I really research and look into things before I decide to try them out, especially something that has a higher price point, like a hot foil system. So in this video, I'm going to share what comes inside the box when you buy the Glimmer hot foil system. Then I'm going to share some tips and tricks to get the best impression every single time. Lastly, I'm going to share Spellbinders Glimmer dies that were released in January, including the Glimmer die of the month. Here's the box of the Glimmer hot foil system that I purchased, and I got mine directly from Spellbinders. I'm going to show you everything that's inside. Here's the base of the machine, and you can see it's got a couple of indicator lights and a timer switch, and this is the plug that you plug the hot plate into. This hot plate gets hot on that gray grid there, so it's got a handle for you to handle it and insert it into the base. It's only hot when it's plugged in and turned on. So the next thing you need to do is insert the power cord, and you're going to plug that into the base and then plug it into your outlet. After that, you can turn on the power switch. Once it's turned on, you don't want to touch anything in the center there. So I have the power indicator light is on. It is red, even though it looks a little weird in the video. Once it's plugged in and turned on, then you just wait for the second light, which is the platform ready light, to light up. So there's an instruction manual. My bundle came with two dies. One says happy birthday and one is a frame. And you can feel in the Glimmer dies, they're a little heavier than regular dies. There also is a magnet arm that you can pick up the dies when they're hot and then place them on a silicone pad that comes with it by releasing that magnet button. There's a thin shim and a spacer pad that come with the machine, and my bundle also came with 2 rolls of foil, gold and silver. So this is the Glimmer kit of the month, which is for January 2022. So you can see it comes with regular dies and Glimmer dies as well. And it also comes with a roll of foil, and this month's was a really pretty red. So this is the Magnolia Bouquet Glimmer hot foil plate and die set from Yana's Blooms collection. And it's an absolutely gorgeous Magnolia Glimmer dies set and dies set to cut them out. The Splatter Sentiments also comes from the Yana's Blooms collection, and you can basically make a whole card with this. There's a border, there's sentiments, there's mini sentiments, and splatters. And when they were on sale, they were really, really cheap. I picked up a whole bunch of foil rolls from Spellbinders as well. So keep your eye out for sales too. Now I'm going to share some things that I learned through trial and error, and I'll show you mistakes that I made using different types of paper and how you can get the best impression no matter what you're using. So first, let me show you the basic setup. You insert the hot plate, you wait until the platform ready light turns on. Once it turns on, it'll be green. Then you place your dies on the plate with the foil side facing up, so the words are facing up and the shapes are facing up. Once you have everything positioned on the plate, you press the timer button, and once that is solid, you place your foil with the color side down and the matte side facing up towards you, and then you put your cardstock on top of that. And then the basic platform situation is to put both the thin spacer and the spacer pad on top of that. Then you remove by the handle, use that handle, pull out the whole hot plate there and run it through your die cut machine. I'm using the Spellbinders Platinum, but it also fits perfectly with the Platinum 6. So, and then you just run it through your die cut machine like you would a normal sandwich. So take off those spacer pads and then carefully remove your cardstock and foil, and I'll set that aside to cool. And then I'm going to pick up my hot dies with the magnet and then peel off that foil. And you can see that this actually really did a great job with those sentiments. So they are just foiled perfectly, even they are so tiny and so delicate. Since that came out so perfectly, I decided to use a slightly heavier weight cardstock. The first one I used was Hammermill's Premium Color Copy Cover. It's 100 pounds, so I thought I would try the Neenah Solar White in 110 pound. So I'm doing the same thing. I put some Glimmer dies down. I press my timer. Once the timer light indicates on a solid green, I'm going to put my foil with the color side down, and then that cardstock right on top, and then both of those spacer plates, remove that, run it through my die cut machine, and once I removed the plates and the foil with the cardstock and the two dies with the magnet, I did realize that it foiled in some places that I didn't want it. Now that is likely because the cardstock is so thick. So if you want to use a nice thick cardstock, you have to mess around with your plates. I will say that a smooth cardstock is probably your best bet. So I want to figure out a sandwich to use with the Nina Solar White 110 pound. And this time I decided to run it through with just the thicker spacer pad. That's that clear pad. So I did run it through my die cut machine twice. And by running it all the way through, it popped at each edge because it kind of bumps at each edge, and that made a slightly offset foiling of the smaller sentiment. So you can see if you have it too thick, it's going to transfer in places you don't want. If you run it through too many times all the way, it's going to pop and offset the sentiment. So this time I decided to set up an entire card front there with some gold foil on top. Again, I am using this time the Hammermill 100 pound, and I'm just using the clear spacer pad again. I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to go through my die cut machine, but you can see I'm not going all the way out the end. I don't want it to pop and shift. So once I pick up all those dies with the magnet and put them on the silicone pad at the side, I'm going to peel off that foil, and here you can see I didn't have enough pressure, so it didn't transfer foil everywhere that I wanted it. Of course, it didn't transfer foil in places I didn't want it, but I want a full impression. Okay, so here's kind of the money situation for me. I'm going to heat up that platform. When that light turns green, I'm going to put down my glimmer dies with the pattern facing up. Make sure you have enough room between them so you can cut them out later. I'm going to hit the timer, and once that goes solid green, I'm going to place my foil with the color side down onto those glimmer dies. Then I'm going to use the Hammermill 100 pound premium color copy cover, and I'm going to just place the thick spacer pad, the clear one, on top, but then I'm going to use a cardstock shim, and the cardstock shim is 110 pound Nina cardstock cut in half, just so it can lay right on top of that whole sandwich. And I'm going to take everything out, set it to the side, and then use my magnet tool to move those dies. But check out that. This to me was the best perfect way to get exactly foiling where I wanted it and no foiling where I didn't want it. And I was able to just replicate this again with the birthday splatters. So this time I'm going to use some pink foil because I haven't tried that out yet. Put the color side down, put my cardstock on top, and then I'm going to use that clear spacer pad and an 110 pound piece of cardstock as a shim. I do roll it back and forth a couple of times, not popping it all the way through to the end so it doesn't shift. And again, perfect foil impression. So that to me is what works best. If you don't have the Hammermill and you don't want to buy it, then just use trial and error to figure it out. A lot of people say that colorful cardstock is tough. I found that the Spellbinders colorful cardstock works perfectly with this exact method. So put your foil down, put your colorful cardstock on top, use your spacer pad and a cardstock shim of 110 pounds, move that out, put it through your die cut machine, go back and forth a little bit, but not until it pops out at the end, and then remove those. I'm going to take my magnet tool and put all those beautiful magnolia leaves and flowers to the side and then peel this off and check it out. So absolutely beautiful silver foiled magnolia flowers and leaves, and then you can just die cut those out with the matching dies. Okay, so I'm going to use that foil of that month, that red foil from January 2022. And again, I'm using Spellbinders colorful cardstock, that clear pad, and a cardstock shim. I'm going to take everything out and run it back and forth. So Again, the idea here is to find a perfect medium weight cardstock that is ultra smooth and then run it through without popping it at each end just a couple of times to make sure you're getting a great impression, but check that out. Absolutely beautiful. So one more, just to make sure that we all got it. Press that timer and then place your foil with the color side down. Use that grid to help you line up your cardstock. Place your clear pad on top and then a cardstock shim on top of that, and then pull it out, run it through the die cut machine. I do know that people pull out the pad before they place everything down so it doesn't shift. I had no problems with that once I had my perfect sandwich, and just check that out. Okay, so now let's die cut some of these things. You can see that those magnolia blooms come with dies to cut them out. The heart comes with a die to cut out both of those hearts. And the sentiments, I'm just going to use a paper trimmer right up to the edge to cut those little sentiment strips out as well. Just do a bunch of them and then you have them for different cards. Last but not least, let's use some Spellbinders dies that were released in January, both their glimmer dies and the glimmer die of the month, talk about that kit club a little bit, and make some cards. In this card, I'm going to combine the magnolia blooms that we foiled in silver on top of Spellbinders pink cardstock, along with the card kit of the month. The card kit of the month comes with a bunch of pattern paper, die cuts, embellishments. If you haven't seen my video featuring it, I'm going to link to it up in the right-hand corner at the top here. So I combined the Love Enclosed sentiment strip and those magnolia dies and some of those little foam squares from the kit and the pattern paper matted on a piece of white cardstock. And then these flowers and leaves can just be clustered together in any way that you like. It's really fun to just move them around and see what looks good to you. I love also the idea of the 2/3, 1/3 pattern paper cardstock. Just kind of keeps everything, I know it's top heavy, but it just is a different look for a card and looks kind of fun. The thing that I love about glimmer dies is that they steal the show. You don't have to add much more than that. You may remember the birthday wishes card that we put together with the Splatter sentiments glimmer dies. They create a whole card basically together, and you could use it just as it is. I did trim mine down just to the outside of that glimmer line, which is that frame, and then I'm going to mat it on top of some Spellbinders light blue cardstock. Just trim that so it's a thin blue line around the pink foiled line, and then I'm going to mat that on some pattern paper from the card kit of the month. So that card kit is really lasting me a long time. These little glitter hearts are also from that kit. I have been able to make about 1 billion cards with that kit, and this one with all that foil is so much fun and simple to make. Okay, for the next card, I'm also going to go back to the card kit and grab some pattern papers. See, I have a really tiny, delicate pattern on top of a larger pattern. That's a great way to combine pattern papers. And then I have some of those glitter hearts and a heart that I cut out of the pattern paper as well. And I have the magnolia leaves and flowers that we glimmered with gold foil. So I'm just going to pop those up on some of those foam squares that were from the card kit and just use a few of them on the bottom right of this heart to accent that. And oh my gosh, I love how easy it is to put a really shiny, bright, beautiful card together with these foiling dies. Okay, this next card is actually also going to feature the small die of the month. So Spellbinders has a bunch of different kit clubs. They have the card kit of the month, the large die, the small die, the glimmer die set. So there's lots of different ways to add a bunch of things to your stash. So if you are interested in getting the glimmer hot foil system, I recommend checking out the glimmer set of the month, because then you're going to get a set of dies each month for your glimmer hot foil system, and you're going to get a new foil color as well. So here I'm using the small die of the month. I cut it out of 4 different colors of Spellbinders cardstock. It cuts out the basic background in rays, so you can put it back together on a piece of cardstock by having each of the edges match up. Now that heart in the center also fits the glimmer die of the month, which I thought was a brilliant idea. So now I can have my glimmer foil heart in the center of the die of the month. And I can use that Happy Valentine's Day sentiment also glimmered in red on that blue cardstock and just pop it up right on the heart in the middle. Another really easy card to put together, but wow, it has a big impact. You could also use the You Had Me at Hello instead of those flowers foiled in the center on that heart. For this card, I'm going to use the Thanks for Your Support card that we created with the Splatter Sentiments Glimmer die set. So I'm going to cut it down right to the edge of that foil frame, and then I'm going to mat it on some pattern paper from the card kit of the month and use some die cuts that are foiled from the same card kit and just put those on. And I absolutely love this. I just think it is such a clean and simple card made with tons of shine and foil. And I did add one little glitter heart as an accent, but you could just use it as is, or you can add pattern paper and die cuts to that foiling card. I tried to share a lot of information in this video all about Spellbinders Glimmer hot foil system. If you have other questions though, I will answer them. So leave them in the comments below. If you love card making product reviews like this, including tips and tricks on how to use those supplies, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can be notified every time I have a new video available. As always, I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon. Lastly, I'm going to share, okay, that was like an aggressive lastly because I was mad. Not at you, at me. Not hit or miss. What is it called when you, trial and error. Derp. And, I don't know, the what? Nailed it.